Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this fan stream catch-up video and other news, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. So obviously earlier today there was another live fan stream from Hasbro Pulse and the team, and to be honest, even though we'd seen pretty much everything that they showed and it got leaked a lot earlier in the day, it was still a good fan stream. To be fair, I think they managed to get through the content really quite quickly. They started off with the robosen megatron. I'm going to show you all images of all this in a second, but then they also went over some of the figures which were revealed, but they hadn't had a chance to, I suppose, discuss and talk about them. There was the last thing that BMAC was on, WonderCon, that's it, Wonderfest, sorry. So Swoop, he had Swoop there, which was brilliant. They had it in both modes, and once again he kept stressing, and to reassure you guys, and that's why I'm going to tell you as well, that we know that this is his words, not mine. He says we know that Swoop is sold out, however, you know, there will be more, they are going to be restocking, so you know, please don't panic too much. They also again confirmed that they're going to be restocking Studio Series 86 Grimlock. So literally loads, as I say. It looks at the moment that they really are listening, and they kept saying that we are listening to people. So any of the ones, all these major figures that people are missing, they did stress a lot during that fan stream that they are going to be re-releasing them. So that's great news for people missing Grimlock, people who missed out, who they think they've missed out on Swoop. You will be able to get him. And also they wanted to stress that the Optimus Prime, the Transformers 1 new Studio Series, once again they said we know that it's sold out, but there's going to be an abundance of them. He said they're going to be on store shelves, they're going to be everywhere. So I just wanted to get that across, just in case I forgot it, because again I think you guys would want to know. They also then very quickly went through Voyager class Shockwave, there's a review on here, and the Gamer Universe Sideswipe, and the concept art Sunstreaker, just to give them their little thoughts on it. But when we come to the actual figures, as I say, unfortunately apart from Megatron, we'd seen them all via links, so these were the main cusp of what we got to source. So this is Nucleus, and as you can see, this is a retool and of course a complete redeco of Magnius. Now I actually think this colour scheme works really well. I think the deco looks great. I like the accessories or the parts, forming parts with this more than I do with the original use of the mould. I like the gold in it, I like the tints, I think it really works. They did joke, I think they called it nucleon, which is, funny enough, it is nucleon is in the G1 comics, but ironically enough, and I'm glad that Evan pointed out as well, nucleon is the stuff that basically stopped them from transforming, and it turned them into action masters. So that's what I think they were saying was the gold coloured tints. But as I say, I think that looks much better. The fact that you can use the thrusters and boosters at the back, you know, as clubs, etc. And I wasn't, you know, I know a lot of people aren't liking the Rock Lords, and I know maybe I would perhaps like just a Rock as well, just to be original or just a different at the moment. But I like it. I like the fact that they're trying to bring in new characters, and I also like the fact that of course you're going to be able to build these up into many other things. I know they're keeping a lot of this secret, but there's got to be loads of things that you can do with all of these. So yeah, this is Nucleus. There's the packaging, and of course there was him armorizing up Hotshot, which funny enough comes right in now. Now this unfortunately got leaked a few days ago. It does look great. This one looks spectacular. Again, I keep saying this, but it's so true. My knowledge of the Cybertron, or the Unicron trilogy as it's known, isn't the greatest. It's very vague, so all of this sort of stuff is brilliant for me. You can see the Cyber Key there in the back. Now the Cyber Key obviously for these unfortunately is just for show. It doesn't actually have a functioning purpose, as in nothing. I don't believe that them wings fire out in the back. I definitely see or hear them say anything about it. I think it's just something where you can port in, but I really like the colour scheme on this. Just think it works so well. There he is in the packaging, and yeah, I'm excited for that one as well. Right, the other and final deluxe, and what I like about this is, okay, I think they said they were going to package refresh Shadow Striker. I'll have to confirm that. But yeah, this of course is Sideburn, same owner of the mould. We knew this was coming. This we saw ages ago, unfortunately, but in a way I do really feel sorry for the fact that they've got leaked, but what I also like is the fact that they get to say their side of the story, and you know, the thought process that went into it, who designed it, etc. And we get to see these official images. What I was trying to say is I like the fact that this wave 3 is much smaller, so this is going to give us and our wallets a chance to recover. So there's no core class figures, there's only 3 new deluxe figures. They're the ones which we've just seen. So that is Sideburn, Nucleus, and Cyberverse, or not Cyberverse, Cybertron Hotshot. And these are the only images that I speak at the moment. I've been on Hasbro Pulse, In Demand, everything. I can't get any more images of Vector Prime. And I really like the look of this, and I was completely stunned. And it's really obvious now when they say it. Look, it's a partial of Jyaxis. Look at the legs. The legs and the bits which go underneath there are a partial of Jyaxis's mold, so that really surprised me. This is the Voyager class figure. It's the only one as well. There's no more Voyagers, there's no more leader classes. So as I say, it's a nice small wave, which I think is brilliant. Moving on to the Megatron, of course, none of us expected it to be his original G1 Alt form. It is very, very similar to the Siege. I'd say more than Netflix, because of course the I suppose the shininess on it. It does look good. Now, the biggest thing that I liked about it, even though I'm not going to buy one because I can't afford it, is the price. And the reason for that is that there's a full video on robosen and on Hasbro Pulse, and that is the fact that there's the box, there's the accessories that come with him. Now, again, these pictures probably won't do it any justice. You probably want to see the video yourself, but that's what surprised me. Look, $900. Now, bearing in mind that Grimlock is £1,500 in the UK, which is about $1,750. I don't know, maybe a bit more. I was stunned at how low that actually is. It's a lot of money for a toy. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's nothing. I don't want to be sound like I'm being dismissive, but I thought that it would be perhaps the same price as Grimlock, but it's nowhere near. It's going to be released on August the 1st of this month, and there's loads of, and the best thing of course is Frank Welker's voice, loads of I suppose snippets from what he was sayings, that's what I was trying to say. It looks really, really good. The detail on him is great. LED eyes. My only bugbear is it looks like the fusion cannon's upside down, but it isn't. That's the way they have it. That's the way it was on both of the modes. For me, that's just my little bit of a gripe. As you can see, it's definitely obviously the tank mold, which of course we are now very, very accustomed to. It does look good though, to be fair, and then we've got some more official images right there. One more thing that they've again released as a Pulse exclusive only, so you can only get this guy on Pulse. Shockwave was the last month. This month you can now 100%. I've just done it, pre-ordered Grimlock, and just to confirm, the 3 swords. So one is the Marvel comic sword that he had with the damage in it, and the other 2 were for Slug and Sludge. So that Evan confirmed that. So the 2 swords for the other 2 Dinobots, the one was for him because it's his comic book. So that was great as well to get that and to see that actually in hand. And it also made me forget how big that mold is. And again, they are going to reissue the 86 as well. This is, again, things that we know, but again, it's really nice hearing it from them. The final thing was through the Space Bridge, and this is, of course, figures that they are confirming that they are in the works of. So let's start with Leader Class Springer. I want to reiterate what they said. It's not just going to be the same as Siege. They're going to build it up, bulk it up a little bit, make it a bit bigger, put it at that Leader Class price point, which again is great to hear. Bumblebee, we all thought that there was a leak on that ages ago, but apparently this is going to be like a new figure, so fingers crossed we'll get to see that soon. Let's go through some of the, before I get to the one I want to leave till last. We obviously know, when we knew that Skywarp from the Bumblebee movie will be coming, that's just going to be a redeco of Thundercracker, Thrust and Starscream, etc. Now, the one that I don't know too much about again is, what does it say here? I think it's just one of the drones, just a Decepticon drone. So just a generic one, so they didn't really say much on that. Core Class Studio Series 86 Steeljaw, that's going to be amazing. But the big one for me is Leader Class Straxus, which again is a huge comic book villain. They did release a Dark Mount figure in the Generations toy line not so long ago, 2010, so 14 years ago. But an actual Leader Class Straxus, I can't wait for any of that. Just to remind you guys, all of these are available for pre-order now on Pulse, In Demand, Big Bad Toy Store, wherever you get your figures from. They are available right now. It was a great stream. I really enjoyed it. Thanks to the people who jumped in on the live stream as well. It was great doing that. I'm going to be doing more of them. This wraps up this news for today. There will be a normal Transformers Facts Friday tomorrow with a mixture of Hasbro, Doctor Who and all the other companies that make Transformers. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.